Good afternoon, Mr. Vikas Gangal, Senior Vice President Marketing, Gujarat Gas Limited.
Good afternoon, Praveen ji.
Sir, would you talk about the four divisions of GSPC slash Gujarat Gas and how are you progressing on all the fronts?
Praveen ji, we have Gujarat Gas Limited and Sabarmati Gas Limited, which are focusing on the CGD business for GSPC Group. And Gujarat Gas is present in 6 states and 1 union territory. We have 27 GAs with us, which is comprising of 44 districts across 6 states. And if I talk about the customer segments, we in all the 4 segments, in PNG domestic segment, we have more than 20 lakh customers, which is the largest for all India basis in all the CGDs. In terms of CNG stations, we have more than 800 stations, 800 plus stations, and that is also one of the largest across the country. Then in terms of the industrial customers, we have 4,000 plus customers in industry, and if you have the information, like Morbi is one of the cluster where the highest volume contribution is there to the company. See, in terms of commercial, we are having 14,000 customer base, 14,000 hotels, hospitals, etc. are using PNG, and that is also one of the highest across the CGD sector. In terms of volume, we are selling on an average 9 million SCMD, standard cubic meter of gas every day, and which is the highest. And we are seeing good growth over the last few years, and we're progressing well. So this is about the Gujarat Gas. Sabarmati Gas also, it is GSPC and BPCL joint venture, and they also have around more than 190 CNG stations and more than 50,000 customers. And they are in the North Gujarat part of Gujarat. So they are also in this CGD sector.
So recently you have come up with what we can say CNG stations, and what is the present number of CNG stations that you do have, and what is the future outlook that you are planning to have?
Okay. See, we are quite aggressive on the CNG segment for expanding the network and expanding the market. Also to give an opportunity to the people who are having entrepreneurship skills. So we have come out with a scheme of full Dodo, which is the dealer-owned, dealer-operated, with the investment. If anyone is having land, they can apply, and the investment in the civil developing the outlet and the equipment will be by the entrepreneur, and company will be supporting in terms of the marketing, gas supply, connectivity, and facilities at the station. So we have got a very good response with more than 800 applications for Gujarat Gas and more than 500 applications for Sabarmati Gas. So it is a stupendous response, and just 31st was the last, and we are expecting that it will transform the CNG sector, and more number of CNG stations we will be able to put up and develop the network and make CNG available for the customer at each of the highways.
You are also planning to have LNG stations in near future. Would you divulge something on that part?
Yes. See, LNG is the fuel for the commercial vehicles. So for long distance haul, LNG is the preferred fuel in place of CNG. So in the coming year, we are having a strategy of developing LNG dispensing stations at the major highways, connecting on the NH8, on the Ahmedabad-Mumbai Expressway. So we are having plans to set up, which will be coming up in the next year.
You are also focusing on the IT part, which is mainly for 2 parts. One for your internal efficiency and the other for customer improvement. So what are the activities that you are undergoing there?
Absolutely. See, IT adoption of technology and whatever the new developments are there in the technology innovations. So using that and optimizing our internal processes is the key focus area for Gujarat Gas and also SGL. So it is with the dual objective of improving our efficiency and optimizing our processes, and as well as providing customer convenience at his doorstep, including from registration to making the gas bill payment easy, making the any sort of change request available to the customer on his mobile app. And in terms of CNG also, we are planning to automize all our CNG stations so that we can use technology to create optimum use of our resources.
Anything you want to add, sir?
I think this is the decade of gas, and we are quite optimistic that GSPC will be continuing to do quite good in this gas sector and provide PNG domestic connections to the millions of people, and CNG to the automobile sector. And in all segments, we will be we are quite aggressive and optimistic to do well.
In terms of CGD, what is the overall market share you have in terms of consumption of gas?
See, in terms of gas consumption, as I said, we are one of the largest. So segment-wise, we have different market share. Like in industrial, if I talk about, we have 25% market share, whereas in CNG, it will be slightly less. In domestic segment, again, we are number one, and it is almost 18% of the market share we have, the customer base overall, all India. So from segment to segment, the market share is different. But in all these segments, I can say that Gujarat Gas is one of the leading and the number one CGD companies.
So you are showing an example to the other companies how you want to progress.
See, it is, I would say that the government has allocated GAs on almost all the districts are covered pan-India, and new CGD companies have come. So we are hopeful that this will develop the ecosystem and it will benefit all the existing, the old CGD companies as well as the new CGD companies to develop the market and provide this eco-friendly fuel to